The taste of soup. There is a warm welcome hinted at the smell of the spices and tomato bouquet. The clouds of flavor seem to embrace you as you step into the kitchen. A lady adorned in a bright red apron stands by the stove as she begins to pour the tortilla bits into her clay casserole. She's got a round face, the type from characters in your black and white cartoons. Her hair is short, but it curls endlessly through her head. She's tall enough to reach all the things you can't in the pantry, and she's got arms that could wrap around you and provide enough warmth in the coldest winter. She notices you standing there, and her face washes in a bright smile. Come in, mija. La sopa de tortilla ya casi está lista. This was only one of her many ways to show you how much she loves you. When she pours the soup into a bowl, you know she's pouring her heart for you. Remember the time you and your siblings had chicken pox? It lasted a whole week, and she was there to tend and take care of you each day. You were still a kid. You didn't know how many risks she was taking. Remember Christmas? She'd have you and your siblings line up at her bedroom doorstep, and she'd take the key to her wardrobe. When she'd open it, you saw the rows of boxes of the same doll stacked up over the car toys. When your turn came, you'd get your doll and a pair of new socks. Despite your dislike for the same toy year after year, you didn't know she had saved up enough money to give you something to make that Christmas special. You heard her stories from your mother. She was on her own with 7 children: Rodolfo, Maria, Marina, Luis, Adriana, Susana, Rafael. She moved away from home and came to Turpetlac. She built a new life of what she could afford, which wasn't much. More often than you were to know, she'd make up the money she didn't have with her goofiness, her jokes, and her laughter that filled the room in an instant. She was a hard worker, an entrepreneur. As a single mother, she refused to be anything less. Upon her arrival, she changed so much. The very idea of a bathroom with pipelines in Tupetlac had not even been considered before her. People started placing big rocks outside of their homes to sit and watch others walk by, a tradition from her birth town she had introduced as well. In her attempts to make money, she had bought a TV. In the afternoons when kids left school, she asked for 5 pesos for an entry to her house and to watch cartoons, which in the town she lived in was considered a luxury. Then, when color television was introduced, she didn't have the money to afford another new TV. So as resourceful as she was, she bought a transparent color paper and taped it to her TV. Each day, those kids saw TV with a variety of colors like no one else. Years later, you'd find yourself moving from her house, 2 hours of distance between the two of you. Your birthday would be around the corner, and you would have no hopes of seeing her. She's been really ill. She'd have to walk with oxygen tanks, and a trip to your birthday doesn't seem like what would be her priority. Yet, she makes it just in time before you start with the cake. She gives you 100 pesos as a gift, and you can feel her hands shaking as she holds yours. They're frail, as if the very gentle touch would evaporate. Why did she come? You feel guilt running through your body with constant chills. She didn't have to, but she chose to take a trip for you. She loves you. You remember her soup, the smell, the taste, and the millions of colors that partied in your mind as you ate it. You know you can never replicate the taste, no matter if the ingredients are the same, and you have the timing just right to heat and pour the ingredients. Your abuela soup, the one you'll never taste again. Sopa de tortilla. It was a specialty, or so I was told.